The names pertaining to the following story are changed, but the substance of the story remains. The message of all the Marian apparitions, both past and present, is that the triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary will culminate in the Eucharistic reign of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. This Eucharistic reign will come through perpetual adoration of Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament. Prophetically, the Holy Mass for the Feast of Christ the King begins with the opening prayer. Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive glory and praise and honour. Jesus is the sacrificial Lamb in the Blessed Sacrament. When we give him what he truly deserves, then he will establish his kingdom. What he truly deserves is perpetual adoration. When we profess and express our faith, hope and love through perpetual adoration, we in effect proclaim him King by giving him the honour he deserves and deserves in the most blessed sacrament. Then by proclaiming him King, he will claim his kingdom by fulfilling his promise to make all things new. The parish priest of a parish in Geraldton, Western Australia, had read about the growth of perpetual adoration in parishes in the United States and had once wanted me to help him establish a program in his parish. When after some years I arrived, he introduced me to Betty Perkins and told me how she was the one who was responsible for establishing perpetual adoration in his parish. He explained that he had been writing to me for 6 years, but since I never responded, he had given up on the idea. Australia was so far away, and I always seemed to have something more immediate and urgent to do. During this time, Betty, a recent convert, had left the church because she felt that the people in the parish lacked enthusiasm for the faith and were less than friendly in greeting a new convert. She kept telling the parish priest that she did not think God was in the Catholic Church. After joining in a Protestant church, she went back one evening to thank the parish priest for the instructions he had given her and for all the effort he had made to encourage her to remain Catholic. Betty did not find the parish priest in the rectory and was informed that he was in church preparing for Holy Mass. She decided to go to church and wait until after Mass to talk with him. What she did not know was that it was Holy Thursday night, and the parish priest always did something special after the evening Holy Mass. This year he had a Eucharistic procession through the church. When the parish priest reached Betty and blessed her with Jesus in the monstrance, she experienced a tidal wave of love coming from the Blessed Sacrament at that moment. She went right down on her knees and Jesus spoke to her in clear, audible words. Betty, I am in my church. I am truly present in the Blessed Sacrament, but people do not know me nor love me. They leave me all alone and abandoned. Help me renew my church through perpetual adoration. In the quiet of the message, Betty gave this message to the parish priest. If it had been anyone else, he would have had reason to question it. With Betty, there was not a single doubt. For 2 years, the parish priest had been begging Betty to cooperate with graces which would enable her to stay in the church. Now it was Betty pleading with him to have perpetual adoration. Father wasted no more time with letters. He picked up the phone immediately and spent a couple of hours calling all over the world until he traced me at a publishing house in Manila. He asked me if I could come and help him get perpetual adoration started in his parish. I told him that I was too busy to come then, but that I would come later. He said that it was God's holy will that I come immediately. Something about his voice persuaded me he was right, and I left on the next plane for Australia. There I met for the first time the parish priest and Betty. She told me that she was ready to do everything possible to further Perpetual Adoration. Since the first encounter, she had done 3 significant things to help spread Perpetual Adoration. She helped organise the adoration program at her parish and is the coordinator of the night hours. She has opened up chapels of Perpetual Adoration for Western Australia and also as far as New Zealand. Besides this, she sponsored the first missionary of the Blessed Sacrament to the priesthood. The kind Bishop of Geraldton recommended a religious community for the late applicant vocation. The parish priest asked me if I could help. I asked the candidate, would you be willing to come to Manila to study for the priesthood and after ordination to spread Perpetual Adoration? The answer was yes. Betty paid for his airfare and studies. The new vocation was ordained to the priesthood in 1990. Since then, the great work he has done in Australia has attracted 5 young men, and 4 of these are now ordained priests. The other has taken vows.